I welcome you all for today's class on projection of solids. The problem which I am going to explain is on square prism. The problem is like this. A square prism, 35 mm sides of base and 60 mm axis length, rests on HP on one of its edges of the base, which is inclined to VP at 30 degree. Draw the projection of the prism and the axis is inclined to HP at 45 degree. So the question has to be divided into three groups, right? As I discussed, the conditions we have to check. First condition is what? Where the prism is resting. So the prism is resting on HP plane, right? Then how it is resting? It is resting on one of its edges of the base. So make sure that the edge should be placed here and the square has to be placed on HP plane, right? Because the prism consists of top face and bottom face. For a square prism, the top face will be a square. So the top face is been represented here. Okay. So next, coming to the naming portion, point A is been represented for top face corner and point B for top face corner, similarly for point C and point D. And for the bottom face, A1, B1, C1, D1 is been represented and it is represented in bracket because the bottom face will be hidden when it is viewed from the top direction, right? So the naming of O and O1 has been made. So O is representing the top surface midpoint and O1 representing the bottom face midpoint of a square, right? So similarly, the projection lines will be drawn upward and we know that the axis length has been given. The axis length is 60 mm. So from this point, a 60 mm length is been drawn and similarly, lines will be drawn from left side as well as from the right side from the corner points from where the projection line has been drawn. So from here to here 60 mm, from here to here 60 mm, and the lines will be joined so that a front view of a square prism will be seen. Okay, right. So for the naming purpose, we know that this is the top surface and this is the bottom surface. For the top surface, the naming we have done is A, B, C, D. So when we see from this direction, point B is visible whereas point C is hidden. So that is why B dash is being represented and C dash it is represented in bracket. Similarly, point A is seen. So A dash is been represented and point D is hidden. So that is why D dash is been represented in bracket. So coming to the bottom face. So B1 dash is visible. C1 dash is hidden. Next A1 dash is visible. D1 dash is hidden. So this is how the representation of the first position in which the square prism is resting on HP plane, and the view that is been obtained here is a top view of a square prism and the view that is been obtained here it is a front view of a square prism. Next we have to check the HP inclination, right? So the prism when the axis is inclined to HP at 45 degrees, so the axis has to be tilted in such a way that it should be inclined with respect to HP plane at 45 degrees. So this view will be tilted here. So taking this point as the reference, I have drawn a line at an angle of 45 degree because you can see here that there is a triangle formation here, right? So this is 90 degree and here it is 45 degree. Similarly here it will be 45 degree. Remaining angle is 45 degree. So taking this point as a reference, a 45 degree line is drawn taking this as the reference length, and similarly the lines will be constructed based upon the lines that is being obtained here. Okay, so after getting this view, the naming will be retained. Whatever the naming is there here, the same thing will be retained at the bottom face as well as the top face. Next, the projections lines will be drawn downwards. B1 dash will be connected with B1, C1 dash with C1, D1 dash with D1, and A1 dash with A1. Next, similarly, here C dash with C, next B dash with B, D dash with D, A dash with A. So all the points will be marked. So when observer is seeing in this direction, the outer line will always be visible. So first join the outer line from C1 to D, D to A to B, B1 and B1 to C1. The outer line will be completed first. So when the observer is seeing from this direction, that face, this face, ABCD face will be seen. So that is why I complete this A, B, C, D with a darker line. right? So next, similarly, when the observer is seeing in this direction, which is the farthest edge point, so a1 dash and d1 dash is the farthest edge point, so that is why I represent a1 and d1 with a hidden line, and remaining lines all will be represented with a darker line, that is visible line, that all lines will be visible. So only a1 dash and d1 dash is the line which is been hidden, which cannot be seen when the observer is seeing in this direction, so that is why it is represented in dotted line. Okay, for third condition, so with respect to the remaining angle inclination, that is with respect to vp plane, so what is inclined? Edge of the base which is inclined to vp at 30 degree, and we have taken this as the reference of the edge, right? Because in this projection of solids we consider this side as the reference edge. Okay, so the edge is nothing but here it is d1 and a1, because the bottom face is here, you can see here a1 dash and d1 dash is here, right? So this forms the bottom edge. With respect to this a1 and d1 reference, we have to tilt this view at an angle of 30 degrees. So this view will be tilted and placed at an angle of 30 degree, and making sure that a1 and d1 will be lying at an angle of 30 degree, right? So the naming will be retained as it is. The projection lines will be drawn upward, so c1 will be connected with c1 dash, next d1 will be connected with d1 dash, a1 will be connected with a1 dash, b1 will be connected with b1 dash. Similarly, c will be connected with c dash, b will be connected with b dash, d will be connected with d dash, a will be connected with a dash, right? So all the corner points will be marked, right? Similarly, coming to joining the lines, how to join the lines? See, when I see from this direction, when I see from this direction, this face this face will be visible. Okay, so first I will complete that face. So what is that face? A1 b1 c1 d1. So I will mark this a1 b1 c1 d1 and d to a1, d1 to a1 will be drawn. And you can see here, when I see from this direction, which is the farthest point, corner point, D is the farthest point, right? So from D, you can see here D. D is connected to D1 and D is connected to C dash, and D dash is connected to A dash. So whatever the line that is going from D dash will be hidden, because it is the farthest point, right? So whatever the line that is connected from D will be a hidden line. So I represent the lines which is connected from D dash. So this is the line which is connected. So I represent with the hidden line, from here to here hidden line, from here to here it is hidden lines, and then remaining lines, whichever the lines that is remaining, that will be shown with a visible line. So that is how the view will be completed. So representation of hidden line is very important. So that is identified by the observer when he is seeing from this direction, and you have to identify the farthest point. So with respect to the farthest point, you have to draw the hidden lines. Whatever the lines that is been connected with respect to the farthest point, that will be hidden, and remaining lines which is been joined, all will be represented with visible line. So that is how the problem has to be solved. Okay. Now I will explain how to solve the problem in Solid Edge software. Initially you have to select the line, and the line should be of XY line, and represent it of any length and name it as X and Y. Because we are following first angle projection, VP plane will be above XY line, HP plane will be below XY line. Next, representation of a square, right? So it is been represented in HP plane. So select the option rectangle by center point and draw a square of 35 by 35 mm. Yes. Now the midpoint of this top face has been obtained by joining the corners. So I will join the lines so that the midpoint has been obtained. So for the naming, I will mark this corner top face. The top face will be marked by A, B, C, D, and bottom will be marked by A1, B1, C1, D1. So at this particular point, I will mark it A in the bracket A1, because A1 is hidden, right? Similarly, here B in the bracket B1. Here it is C in the bracket C1. Here it is D in the bracket D1. And the midpoint of the top face I will name it as O, and the bottom face midpoint I will name it as O1. Yes, right. This outer line will be visible line. And here we are not making these two lines as visible because there is no apex point as that of pyramid where it will be connected to all the corners. Here it is just a reference what we have taken by joining the corner point. So only the edges has to be made dark. So next use the projection line and extend the line up to XY line. Next we have to draw the axis line, right? So what is the axis length? 60 mm. So from this point reference, I will draw a line of length 60 mm, and the height of the prism will be 60 mm, right? So from this reference point, I will draw a line of 60 mm. Similarly from this point, 60 mm, and I will connect it so that the top face will be seen and bottom face has to be completed, right? So from here to here I will join the line. So this is how the view that will be seen in the front view of a for a square prism, right? So for the naming I will select the top face. What is the top face? We have represented A, B, C, D, right? So this point will become B will be seen, C will be hidden. So B dash is represented and in this bracket C dash. Similarly here A dash is seen and in the bracket D dash. Next coming to bottom face, B1 dash is visible whereas C1 dash is hidden. Next here A1 dash is visible in the bracket D1 dash. The naming this point I have represented as O dash and this point I will mention at O1 dash. This is how the view has to be represented for the initial position when the square prism is resting on HP plane. The view that is been obtained on HP plane will be like this and the view that is been obtained on VP plane will be like this. So this is the top view of a square prism and this is the front view of a square prism, right? So next condition is what we have to check the HP inclination, right? So when the axis is inclined to HP at 45 degrees, so this axis has to be inclined at an angle of 45 degrees. So for that what I do, I will use the move option. Select the move option. So first initially select and use the move option and place this, make sure that the copy option is on and place it here, right? So next I will use the option rotate option and select this line and tilt the angle at an angle of 45 degree and make sure that the copy option is off, right? So 45 degree. So you can see here I will extend the line of the axis line. I have extended the line and I will check the angle. What is the angle that is been obtained? From here to here it should be 45 degree, right? So you can see here, the angle that has been obtained here is 45 degree because this makes the triangle part, right? The sum of the triangle is about 180 degree. So this angle is 90 degree and here it is 45 degree and this angle will be 45 degree. With respect to this point also you can take 45 degree and you can tilt it or you can do it manually, okay, right? So for convenience I will just move this view little bit nearer to here because I have to complete the final position, right? So for space requirement I will just move this view little bit closer to the first position. Next using the projection line I will just join the lines. So this is B1. Where is B1? B1 is here. C1 is here. First I will complete C1. C1 dash and C1. Yes, C that should be projection line. next B1 dash and D1, next A1 D1 and D1 dash, next A1 and A1 dash, yes. Next B dash and B, next C is there, right? First complete C dash and C, next B dash and B, next A dash and A, no, first D dash and D, next A dash and A, yes, right. So I will just join it. I will just mark the line or mark the points. First, initially, what I said, when a view is being seen from this direction, right? So the outer line will be visible line, right? So what I do first, I will select the visible line and I will just connect it the outer portion, right? So the marking of the point should be made properly. So this is what it is, C1, right? This is C1, so mark it first, mark it C1, and B1, this is B1. Next, this point uh, it is D1, here it is A1, A1. Next, this point it is C, and this is B, here it is D, and here it is A, right? So the marking points, so the remaining point is O dash, right? So go for projection line and mark O dash, O dash. Similarly, O1, O and O1 has been represented here, so name it. This is O and this is O1. Yes, I have just marked the outer boundary and I have marked the points, right? So now when I see from this direction, which is the farthest edge, that is A1 dash and D1 dash. So A1 D1 should be in hidden line, and whatever the line that is been remaining, that should be visible, right? So what I do, I will use the trim option and make sure that the line that is been joining here should be a hidden line. So select hidden and join the line from D1 to A1. Yes. Next, when I see from this direction, the plane, that is ABCD plane, will be visible, right? So draw a visible line from that is connected from B to C. So line, visible line, and from B to C it is made visible. So this is how it has to be represented, right? So next remaining is what, the axis representation from O to O, right? So this is how the representation has to be made with respect to the hidden line, whichever is the far. To solve the final position, so what I do is I will just move this little bit upward so that the space will be available for me to represent the final position. Yes. Okay. Now what I do, I will just draw a line of 30 degree, because you can see the remaining inclination angle is what, at VP plane it is 30 degree, right? So I will draw a line of 30 degree minus 30. Yes. So it should be of projection line. Make it projection line. Yes. Okay. Now what I do, I will select whole view and use the move option, copy option on. So which is the edge of the base which we have considered A1 D1. So you can see here A1 D1 is the edge of the base which has to be inclined at 30 degree to VP. So I will select D1 as the reference point for me and use the copy option on, and I will place it here. Yes. Next, use the rotate option, select the D1 point and A1 point and tilt it. Yes. Make sure that the view should not go above XY line. So for that, what I do, I will just use move option. Just use move option. Select this line as well as whole thing, and I will move little bit. Switch off the copy option, and I will place it somewhere here. Okay, so I will just move this little bit downward. Yes. Now it is not gone above the XY line, right? Yes. So use the fit option and check. Yes. It is at an angle of 30 degree, right? The edge A1 and D1 is at an angle of 30 degree. You can show here. And now I will use the option projection line and extend the line. C12, where is C1 dash? C1 dash is here. Next B1, where is B1 dash? Here. Next D1, D1 dash. A1, A1 dash. Here. Next C, C dash. Next, this is point D. Where is D dash? D dash is here. Next B, B dash. Next A, A dash. Right. So I will just mark the points not to get confused. So this is C1 dash. It becomes C1 dash. It is D1 dash. D1 dash. Here it is C. This one is B1, and this point is D dash. D dash. All dash. Here also it is dash. This dash. Okay, so this point it is B dash, and this point it is A dash, right? So remaining line is what? The O and O1 representation, right? O and O1 representation. So use the projection line from O dash, next from O1 to O1 dash, right? So I will mark it. So this is O1 dash, and this is O dash, right? So now when I observe in this direction, the plane A1, B1, C1, D1 will be visible. So first what I do, I will just mark that plane by visible line. So where is A1, B1? Where is A1? Where is A1? A1 is here, right? So this is A1. So I will mark it. This is A1 dash. A1 dash. Right. So select the line, visible line. So where is A1? Oh, here it is A1, right? A1 dash. So A1 dash, A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, D1 dash, and back to A1 dash. So I completed the reference plane, because when I observe in this direction, this plane will be seen, right? So I have just marked that plane. Okay. So similarly, when I observe from this direction, which is the farthest point? Point D is the farthest point. So whatever the lines which is connected to point D will be hidden. So D is connected to C, D is connected to A, as well as D is connected to D1. Okay, right? So the line which I draw should be of hidden line, because the line, whatever the line that is connected from D is hidden, which cannot be seen. Right, when we observe from this direction, the lines which are, whatever the lines which is connected from D, it will be of hidden. So that is how the hidden line has to be represented, and remaining lines, whatever the lines that has to be connected, that has to be represented with a visible line. So as usual, outer line has to be visible, right? Line, right? So I will just complete the outer line. Yes. So what are the remaining line that is been left? The line which is connected from B dash to B has to be connected. That should be also visible line. So you can check here. All the corner points has been connected to their respective corner points. Right. So C1 dash will be connected to C dash, B dash will be connected to B1 dash, A dash will be connected to A1 dash, D dash will be connected to D1 dash, and whatever the lines which is connected from D, that will be represented by hidden line. This is how the problem has to be solved for a square prism problem. So that is normal problem. Thank you.